In this video, I'll be sharing with you a requested tutorial from my group on how to achieve this stylish dress with ruche. So to start, I'll be cutting this in a miniature size because the dress is very big. So if I cut it on a bigger paper, it might be difficult to understand. So I mark the shoulder to bust, shoulder to waist. Now from the waistline, measure about 7 inches and you mark your hip. So this is not like the actual measurement, but I will be explaining when I'm marking. So from the waist, mark your knee point. Draw out a straight line at the knee, at the hip, at the waist, and at the bust line. So here's the bust, waist, hip, and knee point, then the gown length. You don't need your under bust measurement for this pattern. So after marking this, right, start by marking the actual shoulder divided by 2. So if your shoulder is 14, divide it by 2 and mark. Now look at the length of your sleeve. How long do you want it to be? From that shoulder, go ahead to mark the length of your sleeve plus your folding allowance at that point. So let me take this as the length of the sleeve, and I came down by 1 inch there. Then I'll connect it to the shoulder of this dress. Now after marking this, I'll now go ahead to blend it out. Then for the neckline, I'll be using 2.7 inches here, or 2.75. Then for the depth, I'll just mark 2 inches because you're going to cut this out, right? This neckline is very high. Now I'll go ahead to connect. Go ahead to measure how wide you want the sleeve opening to be round your wrist, then mark it here, right? So after marking that, now let's go back, mark your bust circumference divided by 4. Then for this dress, you notice that it is very free. So you add like extra 3 to 5 inches after your bust measurement. So this totally depends on how free you want the upper part to be. So let's just say this is my extra measurement. Then mark your waist circumference divided by 4 and also bring this down. That is, add the extra measurement, extra 4 to 5 inches to it, because this dress is free and connect. Now you can also just use the bust measurement and also mark it on your waist. Now let's go ahead to work on the hip. For the hip, mark your hip circumference divided by 4, then add extra 1 inch to your hip. So if you look at that hip, it is not so tight, it's not so free. Then you can now add half inch for joining allowance, right? So the reason why you're adding extra 1 inch to your actual hip is so that you can easily create the ruche on the dress. If not, if it's fitted on your body and you create the ruche, it's going to be tight. Minus 1 inch from your hip measurement, mark it on the knee and mark it on the gown length. So now what you now do is to go ahead to connect. So when you're marking yours, if it doesn't give you this shape, it is still okay. Just note that I am actually doing this on a smaller size because of the design of the dress. If I cut it on a bigger size, it will be difficult for me like to move around with my pattern paper, and might be difficult for you to like understand what I am drafting. Now from here, I'll now go in straight and then connect it to the waist, like connect it slightly towards the waist. I'll just reblend what I have here, and this is what I'll be using, right? And after cutting it, you notice this, the upper part will be free. So I'll just go ahead and use my scissors to cut this out. Now after cutting it out, we'll now go ahead to alter the pattern. So I'll open it up and draw out my waistline. After opening it up, I'll just fold it back again. I want to mark where the shoulder is and mark it on the other side. I'll now go ahead to open it up. So from this part, I'll start connecting. Now from that your shoulder, measure where you want the drop on the other side to be. It could be 3 inches after your shoulder or 4 inches. Then go ahead to connect this way and you'll be cutting this out. So remember, the neckline is high. That's why I used 2 inches, so that when you cut it out, it will give you like that slant. Now you notice on this side where we have the slit, if you look at the slit, it's as if it's at the center on one side of the leg, and at the upper part is as if it's slanted towards one side. So I will just mark the center and just slant it slightly to the center, and I will mark to the side, sorry, and I will mark. Now you can measure about 2 to 3 inches space. Now determine where you want to have this curve, right? So you can stop at the knee, because you can still have like a ruche that will drag the dress up, or if you're not comfortable with it there, you can take it up or reduce it. But whenever you create the ruche on it, it's going to still drag that opening up a bit at the center. So I'll just go ahead to cut this out. So after cutting, I'll go ahead to explain on how to go about the ruche of this dress, right? So this is what I have. Now from this side, you can go ahead to add like an elastic, or to drag this side. Like the elastic will start like towards this slanted part that you have near the ruche of the skirt. If you look at this side, you notice the elastic did not get to that point. So the next thing you're going to do is to like create a ruche on this other side. So that ruche you create here will now go ahead to drag the slits up the more. So if you notice, the more you pleat or like try to create a ruche there, you can create this ruche with your elastic, or like create a casing there, or pleat it out and stitch. Well, if you're not okay with what the ruche effect you have here, you can go ahead to add like a slash and spread towards this side of your pattern to get a fuller look. That is, after doing this and you're not okay with it, you can use a slash and spread. So you can either use the first method or go ahead to use the second method. But if you're using the second method, note that you're going to draft out your pattern on a pattern paper first, and then you now go ahead to place it and place it and trace out. So now note that when you're cutting this, you not cut out the hip entirely, you just open it up small, right, to create little space. And whatever opening or spreading you're using on one side, you use it on the other side. Let's say if you're using half inch to open up the cutout, you use half inch on this side, and the amount of pieces you have on this other side should tally on this side. Then you can now go ahead to trace it and take note of where your ruche will start. Then you can now go ahead to add elastic or tack or pleat it back. Now let's go ahead to cut the back pattern. So when you're cutting your front pattern, you go ahead to pleat the upper part of your dress. You use it to cut out the back. Since the upper part of the front and that of the back is similar, so what you do is to go ahead to use this same pattern to cut it out. Although the neckline of the back seems to be deeper, all you have to do is, when you're cutting this, you now go ahead to alter the neckline to be slightly deeper than that of the front, to give you that more fallen effect at the sleeve of this dress. So now to cut the lower part of the back. Now if you look at the back closely, there is a joining at the center of the back. It is cut into two pieces. You notice that it has like a slit at the center if you look at this skirt. So what you do now is you start by drafting out. Now when cutting, the waistline you will use is the one that is on top, so that you still have that gathered effect at the lower part of the waistline of the back. Mark what you have there. That is your waist circumference plus extra 4 to 5 inches, so that you can have this gathered effect. If you're not okay with the extra inches, you can add more. It's not like the 4 to 5 is a standard. So I marked my waist 7 inches to get the hip point. Then mark your knee point. It is very important. If you look at this skirt, it slightly looks like it's fitted, but it's not. But that will help give you that shape. So mark your hip circumference plus the same 1 inch is and your sewing allowance and connect. Then from here minus 1 inch from your hip, mark it on the knee and the lower side of your pattern, and go ahead to connect. After connecting, this is just what you need for the back. You just cut out 2 pieces and join it back, since there's a joining at the back part of the skirt, and you now join it at the upper part of the skirt of the dress. Then when you now join it together, you'll be adding like an elastic effect at the back to give you that gathers.